What'd it do? D-O-double-G. Alright, what was it gonna do again? Right. Adventure rank 45. Thank you, mailbox. Now, where the heck is the person who needs to give me that quest? Well, first of all, let me grab this thing over here. Okay, I'm assuming it's that person there.
Could it be true? What I've heard.
Hey, well, you again, Soraya. How many secrets does the year truly hold? Do you mean buried treasure? Who knows? It's always possible. Talk of secrets waiting to be uncovered does tend to make one think of buried treasure. The place we call in is called the Gui Li Assembly. According to Liyue folklore, it was once inhabited by people. In fact, it was rather prosperous. But for various reasons, the whole place was wiped out. All that remains now is the countless ruins scattered across the landscape. Some stories put it down to the conflict between the gods. Other people say it was a war between humans. Some sources talk of a sudden catastrophic natural disaster. Whatever the reason was, ruins are all that remain here now. The only ones who come here are the hill trolls, the treasure hoarders, and masochistic scholars, like me, who in spite of all the risks just can't resist the idea of how much research value these ruins have to offer. In practice, though, scholars like me aren't actually cut out for this kind of fieldwork. I've hardly covered my ground yet I already need a rest. The actual ruin exploring seems more your area of expertise. What do you say? Fancy helping me out? What am I looking for? Text, essentially. Written messages from the past. If you're looking for text in ruins as ancient as these, that means looking for some stone pillars and stone tablets. Stone is the oldest, most durable medium for written communication. All the more so in the domain of the Geo-Archon. The stones here have borne witness to all of history. I'm sure they will not disappoint. This should definitely get me to adventure rank 45.
Let's play.
I was wondering what these stone tablets are for anyways. Hmm.
Race you.
Did you find anything in the ruins? I found stone tablets. Let's see. These are all over the place. Let me see if I can work them out in the right order. There's a lot of missing text here, so it's quite disjointed. So I'm not so sure on the order. This is my best guess. If I line it up like this, then it reads as follows. In the beginning, when the people sent to farm the land, a god named Gui Zhong descended, whose dominion was over dust and whose reach shrouded the skies for thousands of miles around. The god laid down 4 commandments for the people. Then another god descended whose dominion was over Geo, who brought the people of Liyue to this place. Jointly they shepherded the people for their protection, and the assembly was named Guili after the names of the 2 gods. It seems to be about the history of the Guili assembly, of a god with a power over dust who watched over this place. It also mentions another god who came here at some point, and even brought some of their people with them. It also seems to be saying that the name Guili, as the assembly, came about by taking 1 syllable each from the names of the 2 gods. How fascinating. In all the documents I've ever read, I'd never come across any mention of 2 gods who coexisted peacefully, let alone who actively worked together. It seems that they were more than just 2 allied gods, they were best friends. What happened to them? They can't have just disappeared. And how was the assembly laid to waste? With 2 gods watching over it, no disaster should have been quite so devastating, natural or otherwise. Which means that whatever happened was beyond even the gods' power to understand. Should you keep looking for more clues, unless I'm mistaken? There should be more stone tablets around here, just like the ones you've seen already. Maybe they will tell the story of what happened next. That which was recorded on these stone tablets seems to differ in some places from those in some documents. So many legends, so many tellings. Which of these is the truth, I wonder? Stop. Stop. Stop.
Midnight Phantasmagoria! Nice and spicy!
To ashes!
Lordy.
Now I got stomach cramps.
I just like how they keep on comboing me like water, frozen, water, bubble frozen, bubble frozen, bubble frozen.
Out of the frying pan,
Uh-oh.
into the fire! Brace yourselves! Huh. Think you can get away? Now I got stomach cramps.
Now we have to head back to the inn for this. All for the sake of a key. Oh, now she's back there? What the heck?
Let's play!
Could it be true? What I've heard.
Ah, you're back. I was starting to wonder how much longer I'll have to wait. Found anything? 2 more stone tablets. Let me see. Ere they fought upon the plains, where black dust choked the heavens and 1,000 rocks splintered. Oh my, it appears to be saying that a battle once took place on the plains. And an enormous battle at that. Don't you mean an
Extra thick!
battle? That must have been the battle in which the Guili assembly fell. As for this other passage, it seems to have been written by someone who couldn't bring themselves to leave their home. So they stayed here, and what's more, there's treasure. Clearly you have a fondness for treasure, but you're not wrong. There is indeed treasure in the plains if this passage is to be taken literally. Then we have Wei Zhong's 4 commandments shall guide those in generations to come who inspire to find it, followed by teach with wisdom, be bound by thy virtue, fortify the bones, unite in ambition. The convergence of these 4 shall be known as the assembly. How does one decipher that? I wouldn't know where to start. Let's head back to the inn. I think we all need some time before we try to track down the riddle of the 4 commandments. That was easy.
That was easy.
Let's go find that treasure. Ooh, the slightest mention of treasure and absolutely beside herself with excitement. So be it. Let's begin our reading of the Four Commandments. Teach with wisdom, be bound by virtue, fortify the bones, unite in ambition. The convergence of these four shall be known as the Guili Assembly. On the surface, it does read like a set of commandments, golden rules for life. But it's also supposed to contain some sort of clues to a hidden treasure. I can't decipher it, though. It seems we'll have to approach this in what academics like to call the old-fashioned way. Those 7 passages we found previously, they were all located in ruins of some sort. So we're not sure where to start this time. Please keep searching ruins for now. Ruins of Lira, here I come. Hold on a second. How exactly do you propose to cover every single ruin? It'll take you forever. You can't afford to get so excited every time you hear the word treasure, you know. How about this? So we know the treasure comes from the assembly in the Guili Plains. Let's restrict the search area. Let's limit the search to inside the plains. Hold on, I'm not finished yet. Don't forget to search the ruins thoroughly. If you find anything of interest, come back and let me know. Remember, stick to the Guili Plains. Don't let your boundless enthusiasm lead you further afield. While we're on the subject, I once came across a strange plate with some writing on in one of the ruins around here. I only looked at it in isolation, though. Didn't do any sort of holistic analysis. Now that I think about it, could be connected to the Four Commandments. How about I mark the right location on your map? You should go check it out. Maybe it'll lead somewhere. Well, that's where the key is from.
Let's play.
I was wondering, how did this quest give a key? Well, I'm gonna get experience from the... Yeah, I'm gonna get experience from doing this quest itself. So I'll find the shrine some other time. As long as I get the key, I'm Gucci. Speaking of treasure...
Wouldn't gliding be faster?
Search for a jade plate. Enter the ruins and search for a strange jade plate. But there's always strange jade plates anywhere.
That's what I said. So can you stop copying?
That's it? There's one over here. Does that mean there's other plates over here? There might be other plates around in this area. Because we found the first one, we need to find the second and the third one. Yeah, the second and the third one has to be around here somewhere. Accordingly. There goes the money dog. Well now. All it took was one common chest, and I'm adventuring 45.
Bruh.
Okay then.
Nope, race you.
Oh shoot, I've strayed far from the locations I was supposed to be at. The only explanation I could think of are these particular locations on the map that might have the plates on them. Like that one over there.
On reveal thy insubordination. Yahoo!
Okay, that's one. It means the next one is bound to be over here, I think. And then the last plate will require us to fight those ruin guards. Okay, yeah, now I know. And so the fourth plate is where the ruins guards are, and then we have to fight them over there. Perfect. Obviously not perfect because I'm gonna get clobbered, but just fine and dandy. Okay, now we can head to this final location. Where we're absolutely gonna meet our demise. First of all, there's a plate over there.
Wouldn't gliding be faster?
No, I didn't forget about the chest.
Yeah, I'm the frying pan. Yeah, brace yourself.
Stupid elemental mosquitoes. Making me look bad. This has got to be the final plate.
Time for takeoff. Nice and spicy. By royal decree. Take this.
There we go. Now all of them are good to go. Where the heck is Soraya? Well, at least we found the, we got to adventure rank 45, and we figured that out. See's fate is inescapable even for a god. I found 4 clues and 4 ruins. 4 ruins, 4 clues, and there are 4 commandments. Each of these clues expounds upon the meaning of one of the 4 commandments. To get to the correct interpretation, the original text of the 4 commandments is key. These 4 are helpful but peripheral to our inquiry. These 5 passages are all linked, but how? Convergence. Could convergence mean that those 4 things will link up in some way? Now I remember. I remember each of Guizhou's 4 art commandments can be found in a specific ruin. I'm speculating here, but perhaps the 4 ruins are relevant to deciphering the true meaning of the 4 commandments. Thank you, Leon. Yeah, I can finally do that. Maybe you could have a think too, or better still, go and investigate it firsthand. I'm just a skinny little scholar after all. I tire out completely after a few seconds on the run. Wish I had your stamina. Anyways, I'm going to keep thinking about it for a while. If you think of anything, or if you find anything, you know where I am. Alright, now we know where the final ruin is, and there's people who have quests for me here, apparently.
Race you.
Well, here we go. This is it. It is what it is.
Insubordination. How rude. Yeah. How rude.
What? I need a clip of that.
To ashes. Think you can get away?
As you wish, mate Twilight.
I'll clip it myself. I could have sworn I have never seen a Ruin Guard die that way. I literally have not seen a Ruin Guard die that way. That is so weird. Because they're not known to sink in the water.
Yahoo! By royal decree. Take this!
I can't be the only one who saw that, right? Or was I really the only one paying attention to what's going on?
Get them! Let's flip!
Well, that explains something.
Ashes! Take this!
So, the one thing you missed out on, Kaiser Dude, which I have not seen on before, is a Ruins Guard stepping into the water and just getting Thanos snapped by getting into the water. Which could assume that it must have stepped into the water and sunk to death. Which is something I have not seen before, and I don't think anybody has seen it every day. And I don't know if I got a clip of that because I gotta go back and clip it myself, so it's believable. On the bright side, that that skips the work of having to kill like one of them. Well, you're gonna have to get the clip of it. From me eventually, because nobody else saw it, but me apparently. There we go. Now we got the treasure here. Whee! Ooh, another messenger. Report has a bug. Let's get 100 points. Oh my god. Another white tassel. Oh shoot, I can max refine the messenger then. What the heck? Well, at least that's out of the way. Why are these treasures from ruins and ancient burial ground just common garbage? Beats me. How's the search going? Found the treasure yet? Yes, it was about where they converged after all. Really? So it's just like the Four Commandments say. The treasure is located at the convergence of these four. Whoever designed this riddle must have truly revered Guizhong. So much that they preserved the Four Commandments for future generations, even though the assembly was wiped out. And as for her, the Guizhong herself, who established the commandments, she must have been adored by her people. Clearly, she wished for her people to be wise, to hold themselves to a moral code, to be strong and healthy, and to find solidarity in the shared enterprise protecting their home, the assembly. Wish I could meet her. You want to meet a god? You do entertain some wild thoughts. I'm curious, what would you say to her if you actually got to meet her? Cheer up, you did your best? If it were me, I'd recite the Four Commandments flawlessly from memory. And I'd tell her that her vision or ideals were alive and well, and that the people of this land still remember the things she taught to their ancestors. I think that for someone like Guizhong who lost everything, that would be the only thing that could lift her spirits. We got gems, we got a key. Alright, let's go ahead and take care of that reputation reward and the everything else. I think what happened was that one ruin guard was pushing the other one into the water as they were moving. And that's how the one ruin guard who... Oh, cool. The one ruin guard who got Thanos snapped by the water just got yeeted by the water like that. That's what I can assume what happened.
Add
Alright, let me claim these gems, thank you, and everything else. I just wanted to do a single pull. So that should be number 77 at this point. Yes, so I have 78, 79, and 80. And then we'll be back to doing 10 pulls. Oh, I got all the recipes already. What the heck? That doesn't really do much. I haven't gotten child yet, because Mona ended up being my 5-star, so now the pity has reset. I'm trying to line it up to be even again, so I can just do 10 pulls until I need to go to pull number... I start doing single pulls from around pull number 130, I think. Because of the pity reset. So my next 5-star is guaranteed to be child, but that's going to be a lot of pulls away because of the pity system for 5 stars. Might as well get this last resin thing out of the way. I could use some fragile resin right now, but not feeling like it at the moment. I legit need 240 sigils. And 5 more quaint faces, and I could do 10 pulls on the regular banner. There's a world quest over there? I guess I could do a ley line. Unless... Actually, no. Let me check something real quick. I could do a domain for... Let me see. Because I legit just need to spend 10 more resin for the Battle Pass daily. Wrong location. I definitely need these. Wait a second. Hold on. Ancient sacrificial knife. Do I legit not have any of these these stones? I guess we're doing that domain then. Yep, I need to do this one. I thought I have those. I guess I don't. Interesting. What is this, Electro? Yeah, this is Electro. Alright, we'll do this one. Yeah, if I do get him on the next banner, I'll be sure to put, for this account, I'm gonna give him the Sacrificial Greatsword anyways. I need to figure out which Claymore user could use my Favonius Greatsword, and it's ascended twice, too. Obviously, Noelle is going to keep the White Blind on her, because it's pretty much the best weapon for her. But my Sacrificial Greatsword is ascended twice. Like, refined twice. And so is the Favonius Greatsword. It feels like out of all the Favonius weapons, the Warbow is the one that is recommended for a lot of the archers. The Greatsword, the Favonius Sword, the Favonius Catalyst weapon, they aren't really recommended. I feel like this Greatsword could be given to somebody, though, considering you do generate elemental particles pretty quickly for your ultimate. Maybe I could give it to her. Considering that in order to properly trigger her special, you need to have an enemy hit her so she can deflect back. If you use... And when you use Stormbreaker, that's when you can wreak major havoc with electro damage. Because she's my only other Claymore user right now. I'll figure something out.
What's the hurry? Oh, so sorry.
Leave it all to me. Diana special.
Freeze! What's the hurry? Freeze!
Leave it all to me.
Frostbite! Dodge this!
Think you can bully me?
Freeze!
Booba, get them!
There you are, eavesdropper.
I must leave no stone unturned. Someone needs assistance.
Let me amuse myself.
Time to clean up. Someone needs assistance.
Over here.
I'll catch up.
The more, the
Leave it all to me.
merrier.
Freeze!
Can't handle your dream. Huh? Think you can bully me?
Dodge this! Don't get frostbite!
Over here. Me. Just
There we go. Well, we spent all our resin for now. Might as well use my fragile one so I could be able to farm for Mona's Ascension materials. Well, that's gonna come later. I still have to level her up though, so we'll see what happens.
What's the hurry?
Do I want to get anything from the event shop while I have all these Fading Stars mic'd? unlocks after you purchase Mora. Interesting. So now I have the adventure rank ascension for that one. Everything else for... Oh, cool, golden crab. Everything else for adventure rank experience. Alright, let me look at my party setups again. This one I want to keep. This one I kind of want to keep, but I want to change. Okay, so...
This is how it must be. The hunt begins.
There's got to be a double water benefit with Mona plus Barbara somewhere. Because... that will boost Barbara's healing. Superconduct overloaded and electrocharge. Superconduct overloaded and electrocharged. So this one will be just fine because all of those reactions will trigger. This one is benefiting to anybody who's primarily an ice user.
Seems...
I don't know where the last shrine could possibly be, but we already took care of that, so we don't need to worry about it anymore. I may call it. I think I'll probably call it now, because I gotta take care of the journal stuff on my other account.
Here we go. Yahoo!
Alright, so what did we get done today? We did the event. Got to hear a bit of Official's cheesy voice acting. Some weird champ voice acting. Got to adventure rank 45. And well, we did some stuff today. I think my next major session will be Wednesday for sure, because
Sure, I'll play you another tune, but it'll cost you an apple.
well, I don't mind consistently doing Genshin Impact all the time.